Yeah, I'm on a new phone. Um, it's a bonus. The government here is in a bit of hot water because of a scheme developed. Where they call it robo debt. Where a machine calculated your earnings and things along those lines. And um, I woke up yesterday morning and I had uh, an exorbitant amount of money in my account. And I rang up about it, and what had taken place was that I'd been put through the system um, where a human had calculated my earnings and the debt that I incurred, and they refunded the whole lot. So I woke up with a little over $4,000 in my bank account, which was a nice bonus. I was thinking about buying an iPad Pro, or a new phone, and due to coronavirus, iPads are in short supply. So I ended up paying 2,300 for a mobile phone, and all the safety features or add-ons, to help protect its integrity. And this is it. So I haven't been online for a while. The purpose of this update in technology is because I didn't like my old phone, especially where I started to speak and the video after a period of time and the audio wouldn't match. So hopefully on this device it should be a little bit more attuned to those things. So I don't know all the technical details in regards to that, but hopefully it might get me out and about, where I can speak a little about my life and psychosis and how I've recovered, or how I'm recovering. And so I'm not sure if I've still got subscribers or not. I don't particularly care. I have had some revelations in regards to, the discrepancies in my mental and emotional makeup, and even in regards to what was life before, the onset of the acute phase. So all's good. I hope everyone is fine and well. I still procrastinate. I just watched a video on, as part of a series of videos in regards to ADHD, and I identified with it. So that makes life a little bit easier in the sense that, it's not all about anhedonia, the lack of pleasure in life. The things that I find interesting are symptoms, or do engage me, but I neglect the mundane, boring aspects of everyday routine in life, looking for something to become transfixed with. and once I've established that, then you know, I feel as though I have some worth in life, and I feel as though I can attend to those mundane and tedious aspects of life that don't require a great deal of thought, just action. And that's what I avoid, because I get caught up in the epic, the exceptional, and the extraordinary. And in my mind, I have been able to engage in that kind of activity. So hopefully just share a little bit more about what my life was like. Others may relate, and if you do so, leave us a comment. Any sort of support is appreciated. Because I do lead a pretty isolated existence. I don't have others that I can speak about my mental health issues due to the fear of, aggressive. I don't like aggressive people. I can confuse assertion with aggression. And once that's taken place, where I feel as though I've been rejected and abandoned or dismissed is a big one, then, I experience, I shut down, and then, I retreat, I withdraw and isolate, and then I replay the situation in my mind. And if it stirs up emotion, I go through this sadomasochistic experience, where, I have some really sick and twisted fantasies. They're not, this goes on for a period of, 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Every time I reflect back on that situation, though, the same sort of energy comes up for me, and I've very rarely acted out upon it, but it scares professionals when you start to acknowledge that, or open up to them about that. A lot of it's just displaced, but I also have to accept the fact that what I experienced in my early childhood in regards to abuse and trauma, set me up for that, and that's what's constituted within me, and trying to emulate people whom I now refer to as butterflies and buttercups, or angels, people with sound, neural pathways as to which to process their emotions in a very, they can construct a healthy narrative in that. When I personalize something, it's about destruction. So, and, I don't have to feel guilt or shame about that. That's where I abandon myself, because once again, I think and have heard for a long time that recovery is an internal job. And I thought that meant that I should be able to experience the grief and loss at a depth, as to which these people can. But that may never be the case with me, and I've accepted that. And doesn't mean I'm bad, it just means I'm maladaptive or dysregulated. The more I focus on it, the worse it gets. And generally, in most healthy relationships, what soothes that is physical touch, comfort, embrace, the comfort, touch, and the sensation of comfort and touch. It's not all about fucking building up an intellectual dissertation in regards to what you're feeling and experiencing. I've had homicidal thoughts. I've had thoughts of, barbarity. And, it's not my natural disposition. And I know it's extreme. But that is my process. So, I think I can own the fact today that, the issue resides within me. I don't have to like everyone, and, I don't have to try and manipulate people, places, or things. And information is one of those things, that can easily be distorted. So, this is the cycle, that I'm just beginning to open up about, as I feel as I've connected the dots, with that rescue, persecute, victim, kind of stuff. So I'm not astute in these particular matters, or especially in the language. But I think I can let go of the fact now, that this belief I had that the elite of society had this nest of purity, health, vigor, and vitality. And I tried to emulate that because I thought I'd find refuge and acceptance in there. And it was just an illusion that I fabricated in my own mind, that created a lot of frustration, pain, and anguish. It was all self-induced. So I've been talking a while now, but I think it's relevant. It's where I'm at, and like I said, I just wanted to try out this new phone, and hopefully I might get a little bit more productive. Ciao, subscribe if you like, or it don't particularly matter, 5's enough. I'll go in and check out and see how many people subscribe. So, big shout out. Hi, Dave. I forget the other people's names. Jules. And, the African American man. I can't remember your name. But anyway, peace be with you all. Ciao.